Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It is Cleveland Stage Door. My name is Jimmy. That is Stacy. Stacy, good day.
Hello, Jimmy. Welcome to Cleveland Stage Door.
Woo, so great. So great.
I'm
Good
so
day.
excited about today and everything that we're going to be talking about. A little hint, a little tip coming at you. It's the Akron Broadway series. But as of right now, so last interview was with Garrett Turner, who's playing Ike in Tina the musical, which is coming later in April. Definitely check out Tina the musical. It's going to open at Playhouse Square on April 26th. Tickets are still available on playhousesquare.org. That is playhousesquare.org. And make sure that you go back in our history and check out our amazing interview with Garrett. He's got some awesome things to say about that show.
Yes, yes. I'm excited to see Garrett. That's going to be a good show. That's going to be a great
Yeah,
show. In fact,
I
I
can't
watched
wait.
some I watched some clips online, and it's going to be more of a party slash concert. It seems like, but I'm excited about that.
Absolutely. We live for Act Two, you know?
Right, right, exactly.
We
And
live for Act
so,
Two.
So before we jump into next year, Stacy, you went and saw Jesus Christ Superstar on
Oh,
Monday at EJ Thomas Hall. How was it?
I sure did. Oh my god, it was so great. Um the production was just phenomenal. The people that were on stage, including Eric Schlecht, who we also talked to a few episodes ago, you could just tell sitting in the audience that every single person on stage loved what they were doing. They loved being there. They really wanted to put on just such a great show. The costuming was amazing. If you listened to that interview that we had done, you know that that's one of my favorite shows. I've seen it probably 50 times at this point, and it stood up to some of the best versions of that show that I have ever seen. I think this one will go down in history as one of my favorites. It was really, really good.
That's awesome. So talk about what was the biggest differences between the two shows, the two versions you saw. You said you saw the last version and then the new
Well,
version.
so in this one, sitting in the audience, they really took very specific parts of the show and brought them to life through the choreography. um you know uh, you see you see the show, you know the music, right? The chords don't change, the notes don't change, the lyrics don't change, but the feeling that was behind all of the lyrics and all of the emotion that was coming through in the choreography and in the costuming was wonderful. Plus, coupled with the voices, oh my gosh, the voices that were on that stage. It was just, I mean, honestly, outstanding. Honestly,
It
outstanding.
it looked great from the video preview. That's awesome. So
Yeah,
so so jump in. So you went and saw Jesus Christ Superstar. Now
I
that's
did.
part of this year's Broadway and Akron season. Let's
It
talk
is.
about next year's Broadway and Akron
I
season.
know. I'm so excited for what's coming up next year. Broadway in Akron, which I love that they're doing. They're bringing Broadway to two cities. You can go in Cleveland, like we talked about, or you can come down here to Akron. You know, Akron's my hometown, so like, woo, Akron, right? The
Right, right.
first show that's coming to the 2023-2024 Broadway and Akron series is Pretty Woman the musical, right?
Woo!
You were freaking out about about your wonderful Doc Brown and Marty. I am here for Pretty Woman the musical. It is from October 17th, or it's on October 17th and 18th in 2023, coming to you. I mean, everybody knows that movie. It's just so great. It's got the original score from the Grammy Award winner Brian Adams and Jim
Woo!
Valance. I love Brian Adams. You know, I'm that kind of girl. Like, give me a good Summer of 69, give me a good Heaven. I'm on it. So, you know, the music's going to be great. I am just so very excited for it.
And
Oh,
what's the show about?
oh, I mean, everybody knows the movie, but it's a love story, kind of. Of course. So, really, it, it follows the movie kind of closely, but they definitely take some liberties. And that movie is a woman who has one of the oldest professions, we'll say that, gets hired by a gentleman, and they end up falling in love and leading a wonderful romantic tale of it doesn't matter where you came from or what you do in your life, you can be together still and fall in love. And it's, I mean, the original 50 Shades of Grey, less the gray. So Pretty Woman the musical will be here again October 17th and 18th in 2023. So that's October. Jimmy, what's happening in November?
Yeah, it's exciting. Mean Girls is coming to town November 13th and 14th. The direct from Broadway Mean Girls is a hilarious hit musical. So that's going to be great.
You know, speaking of movies to musicals, this musical, one of my favorites. I've seen a few local productions of it now, and I am so ready to see this on the Broadway stage here in Akron. It follows the Lindsay Lohan movie, you know, Katie. She grows up in Africa, nothing about, you know, the social status, the hair, the nails, the clothes. She doesn't need any of that. She comes to suburban Illinois and falls prey to those wonderful girls who, you know, the Queen Bee,
Regina.
Regina.
Yeah. That's
Jimmy,
great.
have you seen that movie?
No.
No?
I've seen TikToks. That's how
No?
I knew Regina, but I've never seen the movie.
You should watch the movie. In fact, we're going to go see this show together because I feel like it would be one of like your sleeper favorites. Like you won't tell anybody it's your favorite, but it's totally going to be your favorite.
Oh, jeez. So that was for November, and we're going to skip a month. We're going to skip December, as you know. Plasco always skips December due to the holidays.
Of
What's
course.
going on in January?
Should I do it? I'm just gonna do it. Do you believe in life after love? The Cher Show.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a great one, in fact.
Okay, let's just talk about Cher before we even talk about this show. This woman has been making music for 6 decades.
Mm-hmm,
Okay,
mm-hmm.
60 years, and she looks better than me, which is frankly quite rude. But they've taken her catalog and they have turned it into a musical of her story, and it literally one of the lines in all of the introductory things that we've gotten has it's so much Cher that it's 3 women that portray Cher. It takes 3 people to do all 60 years of her songs, and I absolutely love that. 35 smash hits, 6 decades of stardom, 2 rock star husbands, a Grammy, an Oscar, an Emmy, and Tony Awards like crazy. All of it packed into a musical that's going to be here at the Broadway and Akron series January 30th and 31st of 2024.
That's crazy. It's featuring 35 smash hits. Like, that's insane.
If I could get one hit, I'd be like so excited.
Right.
How do you have 35?
And it's really telling like her entire life. Like they, according to the release we got, it starts off as her as a kid, and then it turns into the glam pop star, and then into the icon that she is today. Like that's going to be a pretty lengthy show.
Yeah, and I'm here for every single moment of it. Like, I don't know, Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves, great song. I'm here for the If I Could Turn Back Time. That I'm here for it.
Yep,
I'm here for the 90s Believe era, you know, the first song that everybody knew about auto-tuning for. I'm here for it. Cher's done a lot, and I want to see it. I do.
Up April 23rd and 25th, 2024 is Clue, the one of my all-time favorite shows. That's going to be really great. That's going to be awesome.
So, Clue, like the board game, I don't know anything about this show. Actually,
so Clue is the murder and blackmail are on the menu when 6 mysterious guests assemble at Bobby Manor for a night they'll never forget. Was it Miss Peacock in the study with the knife, or was it Colonel Mustard in the library with the wrench? Based on the cult 1985 Paramount movie and inspired by the classic Hasbro board game. Clue is the ultimate whodunit, and that will leave you dying of laughter, keep you guessing until the final twist.
I love that it's after this board game. I love that it is after the movie as well. I wonder, I don't know this and it doesn't say this, but maybe is it like the movie where there are multiple endings depending on
Mm.
who's the killer? Because the game, it could be anybody.
Right, right, right. And
I don't know.
I remember, I think one of the local productions just did this, like, this past winter, if I
Yeah, it was
remember
a Weather
correctly.
Vane recently,
Yeah,
but
that's what I thought.
I didn't get a chance to go see it there, but I'm definitely going to make it over to EJ Thomas for Broadway and Akron for sure.
Yes.
Because I got to go check them all out. Like doing this show, Cleveland Stage Door has really filled up my social calendar. I feel like I'm going out a lot more because there's just so much to do. Don't you think so?
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely pre-pandemic Stacy. We're
Oh,
going out all the time instead of
party. Party. I lived for 2 years in my pajamas. I am ready to put on some dresses, throw on some heels, and go to the theater. I am ready.
Right, right, and that's a great way to end the season down in Akron. And if you are excited about the entire season, like Stacy and I am, you could go check out playoffscore.org. Season tickets are available now. It's actually a pretty great rate to get all 4 shows in one season. Go check that out. The individual shows will go on sale a little bit down the road. And just filling the calendar between the Key Bank Broadway series, the Huntington Bank Broadway series, and now the Broadway in Akron. It's just an insane time for
Yeah.
musical theater in Cleveland in
If
Northeast
you're
Ohio.
if you're one of my friends, don't invite me anywhere unless it's to the theater. There's too
Right.
much to see. That's really what I'm at right now. But
At least once one the at least like one Wednesday a month, we will literally be at Playoff Square every month starting this month.
oh no, I would
Oh.
never do that. I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled. But this is a short one this week, but
Yeah, yeah.
next week we've got some regional productions that we're going to be talking about coming to this area, right?
Speaking of Weather Vane and speaking of all the other playhouses, not Playoff Square, but playhouses in
Playhouses.
Northeast Ohio, we'll be talking about regional productions and what's going on and what's going to happen. And then after that, we will have some amazing people from the cast of Dear Evan Hansen on the show to talk about what the show is about. Obviously, I've seen the show. I believe Stacy, you've seen the show. Have you?
Yeah. Oh,
Or just a movie?
okay.
Yeah.
So yes and no. I have internalized every single song in that show. I have listened to every single recording that I can find. I've watched the movie. I have never seen the show on stage. So this will be my
Wow.
first time seeing it for sure.
Nice. One cool little tidbit of that is the gentleman who plays Evan sits on stage during the entire intermission.
Really?
Yep, and then he doesn't move the entire intermission, and the show starts back up right with him picking up where he was when he
Wow.
left.
I don't think I could do that. I can't sit still in my own basement.
Well, at least on Broadway it did. I don't know. I haven't seen it outside of Broadway yet. So I saw it in Broadway. We went to New York City to see Jordan Fisher play Evan, and we
Oh,
ended up
yeah,
getting
yeah.
his understudy instead because he was out sick that night. Let me tell you that. Let me dig into this real quickly. So me and
Yeah.
Ashley went to New York City to do a few shows, just a quick weekend, Friday to Sunday, right? We had two missions on our mind. We wanted to go see Jordan Fisher and Dear Evan Hansen, and then we
Sure.
wanted to see Michael James Scott on Aladdin. We bought tickets for both shows. It was during Broadway week. I should have known better than that. And both of them were out, and we didn't see either one. so, so needless to say, I kind of I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna go see shows anymore for the people that are in the shows because, like, that letdown sucked. But you
Well,
know, it happens. People get sick. People have to take days off.
I know
happens.
you went expecting those two performers, but you did see the show. What did you think about the show as a whole, regardless of who the lead actor
Oh, it
was?
was good. It was really good. I think Dear Evan Hansen was, I think obviously Aladdin's my one of my all time favorites. So
Yeah.
my opinion. I think a show based off of a liar and someone who deceives a poor dead kid's family is something crazy. But
So there is that stigma around Dear Evan Hansen that, like, you know, uh, he doesn't do great things. But
right,
we'll have
right.
to dig into that stigma when we have our interview coming with the cast, because I want to hear what they have to say about it, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
And see kind of what's going on with what they want and where they are and how they address all of the wonderful TikToks that are going around talking about this show.
Right, right, exactly. And it's the music is great. I'm just not a big fan of the plot, but it is what it is. That happens.
I think I'm just a really big fan of Ben Platt in general. And I mean, I could listen to that man sing me the phone book, which is why I fell in love with Dear Evan Hansen.
There you go. There you go. All right, well, that's it for us, ladies and gents. We will be back next Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform. Um, and we'll be talking regional productions. And then we have a whole slew of topics come up for May as we start quieting down on the show front and interview front. We'll be talking more about topics and what to come in May and June, and then we'll jump into like one of my all-time favorite shows coming is Six the Musical, and that's coming up in August, so we'll have to talk about that one.
I love talking about Six. I love thinking about Six. I love singing the songs from Six. I
Yes,
didn't like it when it first came out, but Jimmy, you have converted me.
yes,
But
yes. I listen to that every single day, literally.
but that's just more and more to hear in the things that are coming up here on Cleveland Stage Door. And also remember, like, we have not only our wonderful podcast that you're listening to right now, but we also have our YouTube channel, our Facebook channel, and more coming to you. If you want that extra content from us, definitely go and check all of those things out.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.